Due to popular demand, a lot of people have been asking me to make this video on how to get proof of funds, how to build your proof of funds. What kind of proof of funds is good to apply for a US visa? What kind of proof of funds is good to apply for a Canada and a UK visa? And how can I build my proof of funds? Can I just sell a property and put the money in the account and tender at the interview and say, I have this XYZ in my bank account? The two biggest reasons for visa deniers globally are insufficient funds, lack of funds, and lack of ties to your home country or to your country of residence. There are many ways you can build your POF yourself, whether you have a job or you are a business person. That is why I've also said in my previous videos, it is very, very important, even if you are using the service of a travel agent to apply for a visa, you need to still know the things that are required, so that when that travel agent is making a mistake, you can call them to order, because they are humans like you too. The reason why this is very, very important is that whatever mistake or mistakes that are made by these travel agents, the negative consequence falls back to you. Why is that? When you get a visa, the travel agent is paid processing fees or processing charges. When you still get denied the same visas, the same travel agent get paid processing charges. So either way, it's a win-win for the travel agent, but it is not the same for you. It is only a win for you when you get that visa. So when you know that there is a win, there is a loss waiting for you, and there is no complete loss waiting for the travel agent, don't you think it is very, very important for you to also know what are needed for the applications? So that you can be asking him, have you added this? Have you added that? What is that one? Bring the application form. Let me see how you filled it. But if you don't have any idea, they do it anyhow, they submit. The denier is not on them, it's on you. And in the process, they get paid. So this video is all about proof of funds when it concerns applying for visas for US, UK, Canada, Australia, and other countries, almost the same. So if you're just coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Nosa Comedy, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans call me Nosa from the source. That is because I bring legit information from the source direct to you. So if you are just seeing my face for the first time, please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And also give this video a big thumbs up. And also click the notification bell here on my channel so that you get notified whenever I drop a new content. So now, how do I build my proof of funds? I have told people every now and then, if you have a business, try, get an account, a bank account for that business. Have a business account in the bank. Register that business, no matter how small that business is. You can work on it, you can build on it. Because don't forget, when you have a business proof of funds, it serves two purposes. I have said this in my previous videos, and I will say it again. Purpose number one, it shows the visa officer that you have a regular source of income. It shows the officer that you have a business that is giving you money, substantial amount of money, which will make the visa officer to think that you are going to come to their country with that visa and also go back. Because that business at the same time is serving as your ties to your country, especially if you are able to show and demonstrate that that business is very, very important to you. That business is very dear to you. That business gives you a lot of security financially at the end of every month. So if you can demonstrate that, they will know that there is no way you are going to leave that job or that business for too long. Also, if you have a business, if you have a job rather, and you're applying for a visa, I'm using a US visa and the Canada UK visa here all together in these examples. Now, with the current exchange rate, because that is one area I realize that many of you are making mistakes. Now, there are people sometime last year, early last year, who started building their POF. And as at that time, the dollar was less than 1,000 naira. The dollar was even like less than, the dollar was less than 800 as at that time. They started their POF. Their intention was to build that POF for 6 months. But unknowing to them, even though the facts were there, they did not pay attention to it. Cognizance were not paid, wasn't paid to this fact that dollar was gaining more strength against the naira. Now, you have calculated that you wanted to be putting XYZ in your bank account for the next 6 months. And you started that payment to prove that this is what you are earning a month. And your calculation was the $1 was less than 800 naira. You were using that calculation to start building your proof of funds. But during the process, it came a time when $1 became almost over 1,000 naira. That is to say, at the end of you building that POF, the money that you once calculated that would be enough for you to apply for that visa will turn out not to be enough because of the current exchange rate as at the time of your application. So there are more to POF. It's not about I want to be putting 1 million there, 1 million every month. Have you checked the 1 million to the current exchange rate of the foreign currencies of that country you are going? If you are going to the UK, the time you started building the proof of funds before you apply for that UK visa, the time you started building that proof of funds to the time you wanted to apply, is it still the same exchange rate? Now, if you calculate the money as at the time of your visa application, will that money still be enough? Especially if your local currency has fallen in value. You can do this calculation if you are from a country where they use CFA, if you are from Ghana where they use cedis, if you are from South Africa where they use rands, do your calculations. You must build your POF in accordance with the exchange rate as at that time of you building that POF, which is the proof of funds. So now let me give you this calculation. Currently, the $1 is over 1,400 now, from what I understood today. Now let's use 1,400 to $1. Now let's say I need 14 million to apply for a visa. 14 million will be $10,000. Let's say I need $10,000 equivalent to apply for a US visa. I'm just making an example. Now, I have started with the calculation of if I need $10,000 and I want to pay this money. Okay, let's say I need $12,000. $12,000 will be $12,000 will be around 16.8 million. $12,000. Now, let's say that $12,000, I have decided now to build my POF to be putting 2.8 million every month, which is 2.8 million. If the dollar is 1,400, 2.8 million will be $2,000. So I want to build this POF now. I want to start putting 2.8 million into this account every month. After 6 months, when the money is now 16.8 million, I will now apply for visas. We are going with that calculation. Now, let's say first month, the current exchange rate of the dollar was still 1,400. Second month, 1,400. Third month, may God not let the naira fall so bad. Then let's assume the naira was now 2,000 naira to $1. Then me, I'm not paying attention to the current exchange rate. Now, the 2.8 million I am currently paying is no longer up to $2,500. But in my head, I am using the old calculation of 2.8 million is $2,000. I will still be paying the 2.8 million there. Then at the end of the day, when I will not be applying for that visa, it is no that money in that account, that 60.8 million naira that I must have put there in 6 months, will no longer be equivalent to $12,000. Because the dollar, I started when the dollar was 1,400. But I ended the 6 months building when the dollar was already 2,000 naira to $1. So the 16.8 million I just saved is no longer up to $10,000. So if I apply for that visa, I will not get it. So instead, what I will do is that the time that 2,000 the time that dollar went to 2,000 to $1, and I am putting the equivalent of $2,000 in naira to the account. What I ought to have done is that I will start paying 4 million into the account, because at that time, 4 million will not be $2,000. That is how you build your proof of funds. You build it in accordance with the current exchange rate as at the time of putting that money into your POF. Now, if you have a business, no matter how small that business is, it is very, very important for you to have a bank account for your business. It is very, very important. Almost everybody has businesses. Almost everybody has businesses. All you have to do, open an account for your business, register your business. You can use that POF to build your business. You can use your business to build that POF. If you have people who are doing buying and selling, they can be sending money to your account. You'll be helping them to buy those commodities or whatever it is. You may have a friend now who wants to buy a car. Maybe they want to buy a car for like 5 point something million. They can put that money in your account. You buy that car, you give the person. You can see that you are building your POF. Substantial money is entering your account and leaving. It is not all about you are just putting the money there, the money is sitting down there. That is not what they want to see. They want to see cash flow, inflow and outflow of money. That is what they want to see. That is what will let them know that you are a business person. It's not if eventually you bring, because sometimes you may even bring your bank statement to a US visa interview. They may not even look at it. You will get the visa. They may not even look at it. You get denied. So it is not compulsory that they must look at it. If they are satisfied with your visa applications, they can just ask you, how much do you earn in a month? You tell them, do you issue your visa? People have been fortunate to get it like that. So it is very, very important for you to have a proof of funds where money is coming and leaving. That is the most important, not just the money sitting there in the account. That is not the most important thing. Even though they want to make sure that you have money in your bank account that will be able to take care of you when you get to that country financially, they also want to make sure that the inflow and outflow of money is what really proves that that business is a legit business. It is not skaya. It is not skeleje. Because many of you you are just looking at proof of funds as I'm just putting the money there. No! These people are trained. They are not like you. Your area of expertise is different from their own. This is what these people were trained to do. When they study that bank account, look the money that is coming, leaving, in less than 30 seconds, they can tell that this person doesn't know what they are doing. They are trying to scare them. They can just look and tell you in 30 seconds that this is not a business account. This guy is using scare way to build his account. This money is not his. Like we know. You are just paying 1 million there. The money is just sitting. Money is not leaving. Money is not coming. Money is not leaving. Money is not coming. Then what now shows that you are doing a business? And also, it is also very, very important for you to also know this. The number of people that will be traveling also determine how much that you will need in that bank account. Now, if Mr. A alone is traveling and Mr. B is traveling with his wife. These two are expecting to have more money that will take care of them than Mr. A, because Mr. A is traveling alone. And also, if Mr. A is going there to spend 10 days, and Mr. B and his wife are going there to spend 2 months, the time they will be staying will also determine how much they need to have. They need more money than Mr. A. Mr. A is just staying a few days. And for me, there is nowhere you will find stipulated amount of the money you need to have to apply for a US visa, the minimum. You will not find it anywhere. You will not even find Canada or anywhere outside the student visas. They just want you to be okay where you are coming from. Now, let's say you have a job. At your job, you earn 150,000 naira currently with the current exchange rate. Now, let's say you earn 140. 140,000 naira a month is equivalent to $100, because the dollar currently right now is about 140 or a little over 140. Now, the flight ticket from Nigeria to the US to and fro is over $1,200. Now, if you are earning $100 equivalent in your local currencies, that is to say, if you want to purchase a flight ticket to and fro the US, your 1 year salary cannot even buy flight tickets. So to that visa officer, your job is not lucrative enough. So they are not convinced. In their mind, this guy can abandon this job and not come back because this job is not a good job. But let's say you have a job, or you have a job or a business that even your 1 month earning can buy you flight tickets, or your 2 months earning from that business or that job can buy you flight ticket to and from the US. Trust me, the proof of fund is okay. Yes, your proof of funds makes sense, because these are what they are looking. Because if going there will cost you so much to the extent that you will come back home to start gathering money all over again, they will not give you a visa. They want you to be comfortable coming to the US and comfortable going back home without being financially stressed. That is what they are looking at. So take your time, build your proof of funds according to the current exchange rate as at the time of you building that POF. If you have decided to be putting 2 or 3 million to that account from your business, if the foreign currency gains power more than your local currency, calculate again according to the current exchange rate. Then you will now need to raise the money you are putting there to meet the current exchange rate. But in a situation whereby your local currency is beginning to gain more strength against the foreign currency, you can either continue to pay the same amount to that business account, or you can reduce a little bit. But if you are building a POF like where it's like a salary, maybe you have a job, you have a business, you are paying yourself salary from that job, it is very, very important for you to let that amount to be stable, to prove that this is what you earn from what you are doing. So this is basically proof of funds. It's not all about some people will just say, no, sir, comedy, I get proof of funds now. I'm looking for a legit travel agent. You started proof of funds 6 months ago. What was the current exchange rate as at that time? Now, what is the current exchange rate now? The exchange rate as at that time, is it still the same thing now? That is what led to people being denied student visas to the US and Canada and even the UK. Because when they started building their POF, their local currency to the foreign currency, they made the calculation, they started paying the money to the account. While they were building POF, their local currencies were declining and the foreign currencies were gaining value. To them, they did not take note because they already calculated the tuition fees, cost of living expenses, cost of flight ticket. They stuck to it. Whereas time was changing, their local currency was diminishing. They did not take note. But when they now applied for that visa, eventually they were told that the money they had in their bank account was insufficient. But when they calculated earlier, the money was enough. But now, it is no longer sufficient. And also, if you are building your POF, if you have friends who are doing business, you can also be helping them to buy what they want to buy. You can have somebody who wants to spend maybe 12 million. Maybe they want to buy a car, they want to buy a house, they are building a house, they want to cement, and they want to purchase cement, they want to purchase sand, they want to buy, they want to roof the building. They can be doing these things through your account. And as such, it shows that money is coming, money is leaving. Even though say the money not be your own, but at least money they come, they go. Money they come, they go. You don't understand? Now, what you need to build POF be this. You must not just get that big money there. They want to see that you have regular source, stable source of reasonable income. If you have a regular source of income and the money is not reasonable, they will not give you visa. Because a good job and ties to your country of residence will show that you will come back. So if you don't have that good job in their mind, this guy can abandon this job because this job is not paying this guy well. This guy can get a UK visa and stay in the UK and not come back. We can give this guy a Canada visa. We decide to use Canada VV to look for work and not come back. We may give this guy this US visa now, but because this guy is not any good salary, this guy may decide to stay in the US to be looking for work with a VV. So to build your proof of funds, go with the current exchange rate to build it. Don't carry lump sum of money and put it in your account and be looking at it there. Don't just be paying money to your account. You are not spending from it. That is not what they want to see. They want to see money coming, money leaving. Money coming, money leaving. That is what they want to see. And at the end of the day, you have money saved in that account. That is what they want to see. If a real business person is applying for a US visa and in their account they have 15 million or 20 million, let's say they have 20 million in their account, and their bank statement has shown that they are typical businessmen. You that just carried 100 million and put it inside your account, that real businessman with 20 million stand a better chance of getting that visa before you. Because your account hasn't really demonstrated that you own the money. Because if you own the money, you ought to be spending from it. You ought to be doing things from it. But all of a sudden, in the last 6 months, the POF you are building, the money just entering. Nothing is leaving. You are paying 1 million to 2 million. After 6 months, 12 million. You don't spend anything. You won't apply for a visa. They will just know that it's either you were borrowing that money to build that POF, or you kept that money somewhere. You were just putting it there, or somebody was doing it for you. So that is how to build a POF for a US visa, UK visa, and Canada visa. So in the comment section of this video, please let me know what you want me to make a video on next, and I will surely deliver. So please don't forget to subscribe here. Until I see you in my next video, guys, keep winning. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Anybody can travel abroad. Thank you.